Hola, y seja bem-vindo. Welcome to part 2 of the home stretch. Today we'll be targeting our hips. We hold a lot of emotion, trauma, fear. We hold fear in our hips, and we use them all every day. They're in the middle of our body, so it's important to maintain their health and mobility, especially as we get older. And the verse that I want to go through this time is 1 Corinthians. We're in Corinthians again, 10 verse 31. It says, whether you drink or eat or whatever you do, do it all for the glory of the Lord. Remembering that our bodies are a temple of the Holy Spirit, and we must honor that. So we'll get right into it. First off, we'll start off with deep squats, just to get the hips warmed up. Okay, so we're gonna go deep. So deep squats, you can go a little bit wider. We're just gonna go right for it. Okay, down, up. Make sure you're really pushing through your heels and squeezing your glutes at the top too. 2, 3, 4, 6. Back into a deep squat. Pretty sore. I was playing soccer this week, and I have not played since elementary, and I didn't go light either. I definitely pushed myself, so my hips are a little curious what I was doing. So all right, so we'll get right into the next exercise. This is gonna call this pushing your knees outwards. We're gonna do about 10 per side, and when you bring them in, you want to internally roll the knee inwards. Okay, go for 10. I got 9 here. Really pushing it out. And you can dig that other arm into your inner thigh, just to make sure it doesn't cave in at all. Okay, really bend it in. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right. Now try to maintain that squat. I know your hips might be getting a little burny, but warm them up. So, okay, to the other side. Find one side is a little harder to deal with than the other. You can also rest your hand on the floor too. Also remember, you can modify these too, because some of these are pretty intense and you don't want to be hurting yourself. So you only do so much, or can't go as deep, then start from a different height. Just stay in that squat. Try your best to have your heels on the ground. If not, that's okay. But that's what your goal is, to have your foot completely flat. Okay, so before we get out of the squat, we're going to do hip knee internal rotations in the deep squat. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And for this one, we're just going to do 5 per side, so 10 in total. It's 1. Be able to get right back into that deep squat. If you need to use your hands, that's fine. So like this. Keep going. This is intense for me too. For sure, especially when you work on your hips. 10. Here we go. All right, right into the next exercise. We are going to be in a squat, but we won't have to hold it. So from your squat, we're gonna go into a pike position and back. So we'll do about 10 of these. Find that deep squat. Grab your ankles. See, I grab my ankles. Grab your feet. You can have your hands out like this. Keep your chest tight to your quads, your thighs, as you extend up into a pike. Try to keep them as tight as possible. Lift to the top and back down. Okay, so that's 1, 2. In there. Your legs don't have to be fully bent. Fully straight, sorry. Good job. Shake it up. I'm just going to go back into a deep squat to get there. You can get there however you want. Right. Get on your knees. And then finish up in a downward dog. Try to imagine, if they're not, bringing your toes to the floor, your heels to the ground. So you can really stretch out the posterior chain of your back, your calves, your hammies, your glutes, your lower back, and really push your chest to the ground to open up those shoulders too as well. Couple of breaths here. Start with your right foot, start with the left if you want, and you're going to plant it on the outside of your hand, just like that. Okay. And then you're just going to place that left knee on the ground there. Okay. Alright. Your body up. And you're just going to stay here, sinking into that stretch in the front, targeting your psoas, the front of your hips. Really find that stretch. Really try to sink into those hips deeper and deeper, pushing forward. Just find your breath here. Okay. And then what I want you to do to activate it is I want you to curl your hips. Curl your hips upward and really squeeze the glutes. So we're just going to do a couple holds, and this is prepping us for the next one, okay? So you're going to sink in, and then you're going to gauge the glutes, and really try to curl the hips up. You can hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and release, and then try to sink in a little bit deeper. Okay. And then we'll just do that one more time. Really squeeze the glutes, curl the hips. Pelvis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just sink in deeper. Remember, if you need to put your hand down, or you need to take a break, just come out of it, that's fine. This is intense for me, and I do this every other day, so yeah. Okay, so now next one we're going to do is we're going to tuck our toes under our feet there, under the mat, and then we're going to end up in a high lunge. The goal is not to be super high in the lunge, but that's what the lunge is called. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up for about 5 seconds, really squeezing and engaging the leg, the back leg, and really pushing our toes back towards your wall or wherever you're located, okay? So we're going to go up like this, squeeze like this. So if you don't want it bent, you want it to be straight as possible. Really squeeze that glute, keep upright. Try to stay as low as you can. Okay, we'll hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down. Okay. These are intense, I know you're doing good. Find your breath, don't lose it, because when you're doing hips, because your hips need to know that you're not in danger, essentially. Okay, so we'll do it one more time. Well, we'll do it 2 more times actually. Okay, so you're gonna stand, you're gonna come up, staying low. Just pay attention to how much height comes up, how much higher I get when I stand. Try to stay as low as possible, okay? Right into it, okay? Extend the leg, squeeze the quad, squeeze the glutes, push the heel of your foot backwards, that's what you should be thinking. Really find your breath here, hold for 5. 1, 2, 3, keep engaging, hold it. 4, 5, and back down. Find that lunge, just kind of sitting there. And we'll do one more. We'll do some hamstring work after that. Okay, up, 1, 2. You can have your arms up too if you want more of a challenge. 4 and 5. Good job. All right, you can actually just take a moment because that was really intense for me too. We're actually just gonna go into child's pose. It just looks like this. Just to give our hips a break before we do hamstring work. Alrighty. Take a longer break if you need, but we're gonna get right into our hammies here. So, all right. So back in that position, we'll start with the same foot. Have it out in front, kind of in the middle of the mat, middle of your body. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do your best to keep a straight back as you're doing this. You don't want it to be too curled. It's gonna bend a little bit, but try to avoid that. All right. So I can't tell how straight my back is, but my hammies are quite snug right now, so this is kind of where I'm gonna get to, and that's fine. Maybe you can go deeper. Maybe I can go deeper. I don't know. I just want to make sure. The goal is to make sure to keep that back straight, and you actually want to think that you're like arching your back. That's your mindset. Arching your back and then sink down. You'll feel a lot more engagement in the hamstrings. So once you get to your end range, which is the range you can go before your positioning becomes messed up or your posture changes. We're just gonna hold that for about 5 breaths, and then we'll continue from there. Okay, so this is where I'm at right now. I might be able to go a little deeper. We're just gonna breathe for 5. Really keep that foot flexed up as well. Try not to bend it. Just like this. Do one more breath. Now don't leave this position. I know you might be tempted to. This might be intense. But what I want you to do now is to rotate your foot. Externally rotate your foot and internally rotate your foot. Okay? Really think about rotating it from the hip, not your foot. We want to ensure that our hip is getting that activation it needs. Okay, so we'll do about 5 and 1 there, 1 back equals 1. So I'm about 3. Try to keep that low posture to make sure you're getting that hamstring stretch. Okay. All right. Do one more for good measure. Woo. Snug. Awesome. Okay, let's find our way back into a downward dog. I'm just gonna do a quick child's pose. Just let my body reset for the other side. Also take the breaks you need. You don't need to force this all at once. Alright. Downward dog again. And then you'll do your left leg out in front here. Also, as you're doing these stretches, take this time to find prayer. You find prayer and just let things that you're holding onto and give them to God, right? I think this is like a great opportunity to do it because you're actively trying to release tension that your body holds throughout the week. And doing that while you're stretching, praying while you're stretching, it's just a good opportunity to let things go so your body can truly relax. Okay? All right. Same thing as the other side. Let's finish this off here. All right, so get into that deep lunge. Should feel it in here, all the way up and down, like the psoas muscles, the hip flexor muscles, and yeah, really open up. Feel it here, breathe into that spot. I feel it right here, into that groin area a little bit too. Okay, we'll squeeze our glute, curl the pelvis up, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sink a little bit deeper. Okay, we'll do one more. Squeeze the glute, curl the hip up, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, now tuck the toes under. Ooh, I got a sore hip on me. Okay, and then we're gonna do that low lunge. Really making sure to engage the glutes, quads, and pushing the foot. Visualize pushing the foot towards the back there, okay? So we'll get right into it. So up, make sure to stay low, gauge the glutes, gauge the quads, send the knee, push your foot back, okay? 2, 3, 4, 5, back down. Okay, ready, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might find yourself shaking. I am. Okay. Okay, we'll do one more, okay? Okay. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can almost extend my knee even more. It looks a little bent, but that's okay. All right. Before we continue on to your hammies, we're just gonna do a little. Actually, this time we're gonna do a little bit of a hip sway. So what you can do is you're just gonna take your hips to the side. You're gonna take them to the other side. All right. I'm also just gonna do some 1990s. Just before we finish off here. I'll probably do this after. I might do these after too. Just, all right, I'll meet you back for the hammy work and then we'll finish off the exercise here. Good job if you've made it this far too, right? Because I know this is pretty intense. So, yeah, all right. Right back into it. Boom. Left leg out in front. Keeping that leg straight and engaged as well. And make sure that foot is flexed. And then just lean into the stretch here. Find that point where you can't really go any farther. When your back starts to bend a lot, don't go past that. Okay, sink deeper if you can. Do 5 breaths here and then we'll do the flosses and then that'll be it for the exercise here, okay? See if you can breathe, get deeper with every breath as well, okay? All right, so maintaining that low height, same position. We're gonna start doing the vein flossing. And that's going to include doing 5 each direction internal, external rotation of the hip and the foot. But it's also flossing the veins that go down the foot. Okay, 3. Gonna keep that lowness so we can really make sure that hamstring is getting stretched. 4 and 5. Great, awesome, good job. I know that was intense, even for me. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully that brought some ease to your dis-ease and distress in your hips. Really make sure to start finding a routine, a balance of doing this once or twice a week. More is better. And yeah, go in peace. God bless. I felt mad.